Brooklyn Beckham's wife, Nicola Peltz, has spoken about the Beckham feud for the first time while promoting her cameo role in The Beauty, which I'm obsessed with.
I was a goddamn work of art. And the one thing you never bothered to notice is that some people are perfect just as they are. Don't act so fucking surprised, you smug idiot.
The drama around the Beckham family just keeps getting louder. And now Nicola Peltz is right in the middle of the spotlight. Brooklyn Beckham's wife has suddenly become the focus of fresh attention as rumors and tensions surrounding the famous family continue to swirl online and in the media. Everywhere people look, the headlines keep circling back to the same question. What is really going on inside one of the world's most talked about celebrity families? Nicola recently stepped out to promote her upcoming movie, Prima, expecting the usual press questions about acting, filming, and her creative work.
Nicola plays Isabella Rossellini's character Franny when she takes the beauty, the drug which makes you look beautiful. But the outfit is a nod to Isabella Rossellini's outfit that she wore in Death Becomes Her. Little bit of trivia there.
But the moment the cameras started rolling, it was obvious that many reporters had something else on their minds. The conversation quickly shifted away from the film and moved straight toward the ongoing chatter about the Beckham family situation that has been spreading across social media and entertainment news. For weeks, fans have been analyzing every little detail connected to the Beckham family.
In an interview with Hollywood Reporter, she's asked how she's been navigating all of the attention. And she says, I've been editing my next film, Prima, for the past 2.5 weeks. So honestly, I've been in the editing room. We haven't had weekends. We've just been trying to make a deadline for Cannes in May. And it's been so amazing just to put my focus on that and be creative. It's really fun doing that. And I'm really excited for it to come out.
From public appearances to who shows up at certain events, people online have been building theories and trying to read between the lines. Because the Beckhams are such a globally recognized family, even the smallest moment can spark huge speculation. And with Nicola now being a key part of the family through her marriage to Brooklyn, the attention around her has grown even stronger.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call a question dodge. So she doesn't really answer the question, she simply promotes all her film roles. But that is what most actors do, to be fair.
During the press moment, reporters carefully tried to bring up the topic of the rumored tensions. They asked questions in a way that clearly aimed to see if Nicola would respond or give a hint about what has been happening behind the scenes. It was the kind of moment where many people expected a dramatic reaction. Maybe even a surprising comment that would instantly explode across headlines. But Nicola handled the situation in a very controlled way. Instead of jumping into the family drama, she kept the focus right where she wanted it, on her film and her work as an actress. Her responses stayed calm, professional, and centered around the project she was there to promote. That move caught people's attention quickly because it showed she was not interested in turning the press event into a family controversy.
Remember how Nicola Peltz was referred to as a major bridezilla when she was getting married? But it doesn't come as a surprise now that I've seen articles about the Peltz family being referred to as the House of Terror, and several of these stories revolve around a very young Nicola Peltz. This article was published in 2009, and it's basically stories from people that worked in the Peltz family home. In this article, they say, we hear Miss Peltz summoned a butler to the master bathroom after she discovered drops of urine on the toilet seat. She demanded the butler clean it up, which he did, although she then insisted that he clean the toilet seat again. And again. It was only after he'd cleaned the seat 4 times, one more for luck, she said, that Miss Peltz, perhaps detecting some frustration on the butler's part, informed him that she didn't like his attitude and dismissed him.
Observers watching the interview noticed how carefully she navigated the conversation. Even when questions started leaning toward the Beckham topic, Nicola smoothly redirected things back to her work. It was clear she understood exactly how fast a single quote can turn into a massive headline when a famous family is involved. Meanwhile, the public fascination with the Beckham family continues to grow. With David Beckham's legendary football career, Victoria Beckham's fashion empire, and their children building their own careers, the family has stayed in the spotlight for decades. Now, with Nicola joining the family and stepping into the entertainment industry spotlight as well, the attention has only intensified. Fans across social media continue to debate. what the real story might be. Some believe the rumors are being exaggerated by the media, while others think there may be deeper tensions behind the scenes. Either way, every appearance from any member of the Beckham circle now gets watched closely. For now, Nicola seems determined to keep her focus on her career and her projects rather than the speculation surrounding the family. And judging by the reaction online, people are still watching every move, waiting to see if the next interview, event, or public moment might finally reveal more about what has been fueling all this conversation. Nicola Peltz made it clear she was not stepping into the middle of the Beckham family rumors when the questions started coming her way.
And Nicola reportedly routinely threatened the maids. She would tell the maids that she would have her father fire them if they don't do as she asks. She's hardly bluffing. Her last nanny was reportedly hauled out of the house by 2 bodyguards after Nicola had decided she didn't care much for that nanny. Nicola would make them work as much as possible and have them do as many disgusting things as possible.
Instead of getting pulled into the ongoing talk about tensions surrounding Brooklyn Beckham and his parents, she calmly steered the conversation in a completely different direction. The actress kept her attention locked on her work, showing that she was more interested in talking about her latest film project than fueling another round of headlines about family drama. During an interview covered by The Hollywood Reporter, Nicola faced a question that many people had been waiting to hear answered. Reporters wanted to know how she handles the massive amount of media attention surrounding the rumored conflict between her husband, Brooklyn Beckham, and his famous parents. With the Beckham name constantly trending and fans across social media dissecting.
And then at the end of the week, she would fire them and start the process all over again with a new maid the following week. There was also said to be an incident where Nicola pushed a nanny down the stairs. The family is also known for punishing staff for eating leftover food that was going to be thrown out anyways. And allegedly, Nicola's father had essay allegations against him by the maids.
Every update, it was the kind of question that could easily spark a dramatic response. But Nicola didn't take that path at all. Instead of reacting to the speculation, she smoothly shifted the conversation back to her creative work. The actress explained that most of her time recently has been spent deep in the editing process for her new film Prima. She emphasized that her schedule has been packed with long hours working on the project and making sure everything is coming together exactly the way she envisioned it. According to the interview, Nicola told The Hollywood Reporter that she has been fully focused on the intense process of finishing the film. Editing a movie is no small task, and she made it clear that meeting an important deadline has been her main priority. The project is being prepared for the Cannes Film Festival, one of the most prestigious film events in the world, and the pressure to get everything right before submission is huge. That kind of deadline can push any filmmaker into serious work mode. Nicola described how much time and energy she has been putting into the final stages of the project, carefully reviewing scenes and shaping the story so it lands exactly how she wants it to. When a film is heading toward a major festival like Cannes, every detail matters, and the editing room can quickly become the place where creators spend most of their days and nights. Because of that intense schedule, Nicola made it clear that her attention has been centered on the film rather than the constant media chatter surrounding the Beckham family. While headlines and online discussions keep spinning theories about what might be happening behind the scenes, Nicola's comments suggested that her focus has been locked firmly on her creative goals. Fans watching the interview quickly noticed how confidently she redirected the conversation. Instead of offering a statement that might add more speculation to the situation, she kept the spotlight on her work as a filmmaker and actress. That decision stood out to many observers because celebrity interviews often turn into headline moments when personal drama gets mentioned. The strategy seemed simple but effective. By emphasizing the demanding editing process and the Cannes deadline, Nicola shifted the narrative away from family rumors and back to her professional ambitions. It showed that, at least during this press moment, she wanted the attention to stay on her film rather than the ongoing speculation surrounding one of the world's most famous families. With the Cannes Film Festival deadline approaching,
and the negative claims against the Peltz family have not only appeared in gossip columns, but also in New York courts. 2 former drivers for the family sued Nelson Peltz and his company, claiming they were wrongfully fired. One after taking one nurse-mandated day off for a diabetes-induced blood sugar spike, and the other after hospitalization for a head injury at work. In the summer of 2022, it was reported that Nicola was very upset by some of these claims, and the family of Nicola's late nanny had spoken with media outlets and denied any of those claims.
And the editing process still demanding her full attention. Nicola appears determined to keep pushing forward with her project. And while the Beckham family headlines continue to circulate online, this particular interview made one thing clear. Nicola Peltz is choosing to keep the conversation centered on her work and the film she has been pouring her energy into. Nicola Peltz made it clear during her conversation with The Hollywood Reporter that her schedule lately has been completely taken over by the demanding process of finishing her film. The actress shared that she had been spending nearly every day locked inside the editing room, putting intense focus into shaping the final version of the project. According to her explanation, the past 2.5 weeks had been especially intense, with long hours dedicated to reviewing scenes, adjusting cuts, and making sure every detail of the movie came together the way she imagined. She revealed that the work schedule had been so serious that there was barely any time to step away. Nicola explained that there were no weekends off during this stretch of time, which meant the editing process had become a non-stop creative sprint. For filmmakers, the final editing stage can be one of the most demanding parts of the entire production, because this is where the story truly takes its final shape. Every scene, every transition, and every emotional moment has to be carefully placed so the film flows exactly right. Instead of sounding overwhelmed, Nicola described the experience as something that energized her creatively. She explained that focusing so intensely on the project allowed her to pour all of her attention into the creative side of the work. Spending long hours inside the editing suite might sound exhausting to some people, but for someone passionate about filmmaking, it can also feel incredibly exciting. Watching the story slowly come together piece by piece can be one of the most rewarding parts of the entire process. During the interview, Nicola also shared that she feels very excited about the project and is looking forward to the moment audiences finally get to see the film. For anyone working in movies, that moment when the finished film is released is a huge milestone. After months of planning, filming, and editing, seeing the final product reach viewers can be both nerve-wracking and thrilling at the same time. Her calm and professional tone during the interview stood out to many observers, especially considering the wave of attention currently surrounding the Beckham family. In recent months, public discussion about the relationship between Brooklyn Beckham and his parents, former football legend David Beckham and fashion designer Victoria Beckham, has continued to grow. Because the Beckham family has such a strong presence in global media, any sign of tension quickly becomes a major talking point across entertainment outlets and social media. The situation reportedly gained even more attention earlier this year when Brooklyn Beckham shared a deeply personal message about his relationship with his parents. The statement quickly sparked conversation online, with fans and commentators debating what it might mean for the famous family dynamic. As soon as that message circulated, the story began spreading across headlines, with many people trying to understand what might be happening behind the scenes. Because Nicola is married to Brooklyn, she has naturally found herself pulled into the center of that conversation as well. Even when she appears in interviews to talk about her own work, reporters often bring up questions connected to the Beckham family situation. That kind of attention can create intense pressure during press appearances, especially when personal topics are involved. Despite all that noise surrounding the story, Nicola's response during the interview remained focused and measured. Rather than stepping into the speculation, she kept bringing the conversation back to her work and the creative process behind her film. Her comments painted a picture of someone who has been deeply immersed in finishing a major project and concentrating on the excitement of bringing that film to audiences. With the editing process taking up nearly all of her recent time and the film moving closer to its release stage, Nicola appears determined to keep the spotlight on her creative work. And while discussions about the Beckham family continue to circulate across the internet, her interview made one thing clear. Right now, her main priority is completing the film and sharing that project with the world. Reports that spread widely across social media earlier this year added even more heat to the ongoing conversation about the Beckham family situation.
They also denied the claims of a 14-year-old Nicola Peltz pushing that nanny down the stairs. The nanny was referred to as Gina, and her family had even claimed that she and Nicola had a mother-daughter relationship. Here's the thing, these claims came out in 2009. The only thing I find a bit suspicious is that these claims had came out in 2009, and Nicola's nanny's family didn't come forward until 2022 to deny these claims, after said nanny had passed away.
According to those reports, Brooklyn Beckham shared a very personal statement describing his complicated relationship with his parents and the tension he says has existed for several years. The comments quickly grabbed attention online, with fans and media outlets analyzing every detail of what he reportedly said. In the statement that circulated online, Brooklyn reportedly claimed that his parents had tried for years to interfere with his relationship with Nicola Peltz. The claim instantly sparked debate because Brooklyn and Nicola's relationship has been in the public eye since the beginning. As the son of two extremely famous figures, Brooklyn's personal life has always attracted heavy attention, and his marriage to Nicola only intensified that spotlight. Brooklyn's comments also included claims about how the family's public image was handled in the media. According to the reports about his statement, he suggested that certain public appearances and social media moments involving the family were sometimes carefully managed in order to maintain a specific image. Those remarks quickly fueled conversation online, with many people discussing how celebrity families often face pressure to control their public narrative. Another part of the statement reportedly brought up the couple's 2022 wedding, which took place in Palm Beach, Florida. The high-profile event attracted enormous media coverage at the time, with photos and stories about the ceremony spreading across entertainment news around the world. The wedding brought together celebrities, family members, and close friends for a glamorous celebration that many people followed closely. However, according to reports connected to Brooklyn's comments, he suggested that there had been tension during the wedding celebrations. One specific moment mentioned in several reports involved the couple's first dance at the reception. Brooklyn allegedly claimed that Victoria Beckham attempted to step into that moment or redirect attention during the event. According to the claims that circulated online, the situation reportedly left both Brooklyn and Nicola feeling upset during what was supposed to be one of the most special parts of the evening. The wedding itself had already been widely discussed because of its scale and star power. With luxury details, celebrity guests, and global media coverage, the event became one of the most talked about celebrity weddings of that year. Because of that, any suggestion of behind-the-scenes tension quickly caught the public's interest. Brooklyn's statement also reportedly included claims about a business-related agreement connected to his name. According to the reports, he said that shortly before the wedding, he was asked to sign a proposed agreement involving rights connected to his personal name and branding. The issue of name rights can be extremely important for public figures, especially when it involves business deals, branding, and future projects. According to what Brooklyn reportedly shared in the circulating statement, he felt concerned about what the agreement might mean long-term. He suggested that signing the document could potentially affect not only his own career decisions, but also Nicola and even their future family. Those concerns reportedly played a major role in why he chose not to move forward with the agreement. Brooklyn also suggested that refusing to sign the proposal created a noticeable shift in his relationship with his parents. According to the claims he shared publicly, that moment became a turning point that changed the dynamic between them. Once those comments began circulating online, they quickly became a huge topic of discussion across entertainment media and fan communities. Because the Beckham family has spent decades in the public eye, stories about internal disagreements naturally attract intense interest. David Beckham's legendary football career and Victoria Beckham's long-running influence in fashion have made the family one of the most recognizable celebrity dynasties in the world. So when reports of personal tension surface, the story spreads quickly. As the discussion continues, people across social media remain divided about what might really be happening behind the scenes. Some fans believe the situation may be misunderstood or exaggerated by online speculation, while others continue to follow every new development closely. Either way, the conversation around the Beckham family dynamic shows no signs of slowing down anytime soon. Even with all the talk about tension inside the Beckham family, David Beckham and Victoria Beckham still made a public gesture earlier this year that caught people's attention. When Brooklyn Beckham's birthday arrived, both parents shared messages on their official social media pages celebrating their son. The posts included warm birthday wishes and words expressing love for Brooklyn, a moment that many fans quickly noticed while following the ongoing conversation surrounding the family Those birthday messages sparked plenty of discussion online. Some fans saw the posts as a sign that, despite the rumored disagreements, the family connection is still there. Others wondered if the messages were simply a way to show public support during a time when the family has been under intense media attention. Either way, the posts reminded everyone that even famous families go through complicated moments while still trying to show care for one another. Meanwhile, Nicola Peltz appears determined to keep her attention pointed in a completely different direction. As questions about the rumored family conflict continue to circulate in headlines and across social media, Nicola has been focusing heavily on her film work and creative projects. By steering conversations back toward her career and the projects she is working on, she seems to be making it clear that she does not want to be pulled deeper into the ongoing drama surrounding the Beckham name. For now, Nicola's strategy seems simple. Stay focused on the work, keep moving forward, and avoid getting caught up in the endless cycle of speculation. With her film projects moving ahead and more public appearances likely on the way, many people will be watching closely to see what happens next in this very public family story. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the situation, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below with your thoughts on the Beckham family situation.